Hi, everybody. Okay, so there might have been an issue with the link for some people. We're trying to figure that out. But in the meantime, we're going to get started. So my name is Evan Holliday. I am the manager of collegiate admission and retention for the College of Engineering, Technology, and Architecture. You'll hear us commonly referred to that as CETA. It's just a lot easier and simpler to say. So the purpose of this session, we're just going to kind of run you through what CETA is about, what we do, where we're from, and where we're going. And I'm going to introduce the dean of the college in just a little bit, but I just want to run you guys through a couple of things quickly. So I'm going to stop screen sharing. Dean Almajar, I'll allow you to share your screen. So I just want to quickly, the open house today, we had people from all over the world joining us. Just wanted to highlight that. Really had a global and huge domestic audience. So people from all over the place, West Coast, Southeast, Texas, the Midwest. And then on the international map, you've got people coming in from multiple countries in Africa, Tanzania, Zimbabwe, Nigeria, Senegal, some pretty interesting places that we're really excited about getting our reach out to. So that's really exciting. Let me just talk to you briefly about what we're going to do today. And then I will just hand it off to the dean, and then we will get you guys moving. So just as a reminder, this is really kind of an intro session to what CETA is. Today, we're not going to talk too much specifically about programs. We're going to focus a lot on what we do, who we are, what's the main goal behind CETA, what's the main mission, the main theme. There are going to be breakout sessions, and if Hisham hits the next slide, I can show you that. There are breakout sessions next week. So Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Monday is going to be engineering. Wednesday is going to be engineering technology. And then Thursday is going to be architectural design and technology. All of that's going to start at 7 o'clock Eastern, and it's going to run for about an hour. So just wanted to give you an idea. Today really is just going to be about trying to give you all a good idea of where CETA currently is. And to that end, we're going to do a presentation for the first half hour, and then at the end, we're going to do a student panel and Q&A. We've got 4 students on the call today, a variety of majors. I'll introduce them a little bit later. If you guys have questions at any time during the presentation, feel free to ask in the Q&A section. We'd be happy to look at it. And with that, I'm going to hand it over to Dean Almajar, who is the Dean of CETA, and he will take it from here. So go ahead, Dean.
Evan, thank you very much. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. I hope you are all doing well, and thank you for joining us. Again, my name is Hisham Al-Najjar. I'm the Dean of the college, and I'd like to talk to you about a few things about who we are and what we are as a college. So I normally try to look at things the way, I went through this process. How did I go through it? What was my views? And try to relate what you are going through. Thinking about a major, thinking about a college is not an easy job, I must tell you. So when my kids decide to go to college or time to go to college, they are still in college, we were looking at things and they would ask me, which university should I go to? What should I study? And I didn't have answers for them. Of course, I want them to study engineering. I'm an electrical and computer engineer. Of course, I want them to come to my university, but of course, they want to be as far as possible. So I try to help them in the process. What do you want to do when you graduate? Do you want just a degree and just move on? Do you need, while you are in college, do you need help? So we ended up thinking, and to my surprise, it's the same thing when I talk to students who are here, thinking in the same way. We want a program that's career focused. When I graduate, I'm ready to start my job. I'm ready to get a job. I'm ready to contribute to the company that gives me an offer. So career focused, career ready. That's something, we need to look into. Luckily, we are in programs, engineering, technology, and architecture, or this is a pre-architecture. They are professional programs. People getting job, they graduate, they have a degree, they get a job. So that makes it easy compared to other majors where you have to do internships, you have to do, not internship, like try different jobs in order to be there. So that's the focus, number one. Then we all need help at one point. I wanted a place where my kids, when they have an issue, somebody will help them. So that's really important for me because you don't know when they need help. So that's something we looked into. Also, I need them just not to get the degree. I want them to get the other things beside the degree. What does that mean? I want them to be able to practice, see hands-on experience, see a robot, see a machine, go to the concrete lab, find out how the water flow lab works, how's the wind tunnel. So hands-on experience is for my kids and for me was very important. And when I talk to our students, it's the same thing. What else do I need? I don't want them to sit in a classroom where 250 other students are in the classroom and see the professor through the monitor on in the large lecture hall. So I was looking for a small class size. What else? I don't want them to be taught by graduate students. I want them to be taught by experts, by faculty who have a focus, who went through the system. They are the expert in the system. And I want their degree to be credible. I want an accreditation for the program they are in. So those are really the things which, talking to our students, talking to people, talking to prospective students, are matter when you are looking for a college. And that's really what I applied when I helped my kids find a college. It will help if they are in the middle of nowhere. We are in an industry-rich region. Pratt & Whitney, Cullen Aerospace, Sikorsky. There are so many, Stanley. They are within 5 to 10 minutes driving distance from us. And we have graduates who connect with us. They stay connected. So all those things are important for somebody. So let me tell you a little bit about the college. I joined here 26 years ago as a faculty, as a junior faculty, got my PhD, start working here, and I moved in the rank from a faculty to chair, assistant, associate, and did other things in the college, and now as the dean. So I always look at it, students come first. We focus on the students. What do they want? How can we prepare them? And how can we make sure they are ready for the job? So with time, we change our labs. We have grown, we changed our labs, we added space, and we added the program. As a private university, we don't go on just adding things. When we want to add them, we have to look at, will students get a job when they graduate? Well, if a student come into the program and say, I want to study biomedical engineering, we think about it, will they get a job? Will he or she get a job? If the answer is yes, we are interested in the program, given that we have the expertise. For example, we didn't have expertise in tissue engineering. We added a faculty in tissue engineering under biomedical. We created a lab in tissue engineering. We bought the equipment, and we are getting a brand new lab soon. In less than a year, there will be a brand new lab in tissue engineering. We talk to industry, we talk to our alums, we talk to friends. It's like, what's there, what's out, what's important? And they tell us what's important. They tell us, like, this is where we are hiring, this is the future. That's how we added robotics engineering. This is how we added electromechanical engineering technology. We are about to add aerospace engineering. In about 2 or 3 weeks, when the governing body of the university, the regents, will approve the new program in aerospace engineering. We are working on a new program in construction management. So what I'm trying to say, we are student-focused programs or a college. We looked at what the students need and we address it. We don't just do it. Faculty look at also talking to advisory board. So each program has an advisory board. Take mechanical engineering. They have engineers who are working in the profession from different companies. They meet twice a semester. and they listen to them. This is the latest software we are using. We are focusing on this area. We are mixing between those two. The faculty go back, the chair, talk to the department, and we change our program accordingly. So this is really how we do things. And based on that, we grow. We run out of space, we added space. We run out of computer, we added computer. And now we are really running out of space, and the university is giving us a new space. We are getting half of this nice new building you see in front of you. We will share it with the health professions programs. So in this new space, we are going to get a high bay or structural engineering. If you design a bridge, how do you test it? We are going to have a new lab in mechanics of material. We have one, but it's small. It's going to be larger. Concrete and surveying, we have one. It's really small. It doesn't really fit what we are doing. We cannot expand. We are getting brand new one. But also mechatronics, robotics, those have grown. We established a robotics lab a few years ago in a small space. We need a space that's bigger, and attached to it, we need an area where we test those robots. If you are trying to test a UAV, you need a space and you need a net so it doesn't go around hitting the windows. So we are getting that, and we need a maker space for students to work. We took a classroom and made it a maker space. That's what we have right now. It's not really a maker space. We need it like with all the tools where students can go and build, design, and build something, use 3D printer, a small machine shop next to it, large format printing, laser cutters. That's our new maker space. The new lab in turbo machinery, we have 3 wind tunnels. They are different places. We are putting them in a large space. That's the aerospace and turbo machinery lab. And we have a cybersecurity and Internet of Things. There is no day that goes by that you don't hear about cybersecurity. We will have a cybersecurity lab and Internet of Things lab. I hope you will join us next fall. You see the Internet of Things lab. It looks like a home. There will be a kitchen, a sofa, a TV, appliances, where students learn how to control them, how to design security features for them to be embedded in so nobody will hack them. That's part of who we are, and that's how we are doing it. To repeat again, we have grown. We added programs. We added programs based on the advice of industry, and those programs need more space, and we are getting the new space. This building will be ready by August 2021, less than a year from now. While we are moving to the new building, we will be renovating our current space, and we'll get a new tissue engineering lab, new audio, new acoustics, metrology, smart grid, and instrumentation for biomedical. And we will expand our labs. So that's what's in the future. What's in the future for us, less than a year. So how do we measure our success? We all measure our success in different ways. Students say, I'm getting an A in this course. I want to maintain a 3.0. I'm getting an internship. There are parameters for success. Benchmark. Our benchmark, here are some of the benchmark for us. That's pretty good. For a college that's small, we have about 850 undergraduate students and about 120 graduate students. We are doing very well. We are happy about it. 99% of our students, by the time they graduate, they have a job or decided to go to graduate program. We are the only university listed in Connecticut for number 14 in the nation for mid-career earning. We are top 25 program. We are proud of that. We work very hard for it. We don't take it like, well, we will be there. No, we have to work hard for it. Any glitch, anything, there are people jump in who are ready to fix it. That's their job, to fix it to the satisfaction of our students based on the rules and regulations of the college. So let me talk about programs. Our programs that we offer in the college, we have the architectural design and technology. That's a pre-architecture program. You can continue to stay in the program for the master, which is the terminal degree. Inside that, which is about a year and a half, or you could take the full 2 years. Inside the program, we have a construction management and professional practice or professional practice concentrations. Concentrations are, you are in this program, during the junior, senior year, you take certain courses, you get a concentration in that area. So construction management or environmental sustainability concentration. These are not minors. A minor is something you take in another program. So you are an engineering student and you are getting minor in business. That's outside your major. Inside your major, it's a concentration. So we have engineering technology programs. Those are more hands-on, less math, and practice-oriented programs. We have the audio, computer and electronics, and we have electromechanical. Again, less math, algebra-based programs, and hands-on, more hands-on than the engineering programs. For the engineering programs, we have the only one in the nation, acoustical engineering and music. It's a combined program between the Hart School of Music. You have to have a musical talent and audition to be in the program, and the apply to engineering. Aerospace, as I said, coming in. Biomedical, you can be biomed, just I'm biomedical, or you could say, well, I want to have a concentration, I want to be pre-med, or I want to have a concentration in electrical. Civil engineering, we do not offer environmental engineering, but we offer civil engineering and civil engineering with environmental concentration. Concentrations are helpful to get a job. You are better off getting a civil engineering with environmental concentration than environmental degree by itself. We have the computer engineering, electrical engineering, mechanical, and as you see, mechanical has several concentrations here: acoustics, computational, energy, or robotics, and turbo concentration, turbo machinery. And we have the new program in robotics. It's second year right now. We have students coming in also this year. We had students came in who currently just joined us into the program. That's growing. That's where the future is. So as you see, we have combination of engineering program, engineering technology, and architecture, and we will be adding aerospace and construction management this year. So aerospace is coming soon, construction management hopefully by the end of the year. We have to go through the approval process. So the question always, how did you do it? How do you do that? So we look at what we have, I explained what we achieved as a college and our benchmark and the program we offer. Going back, how do we do that? Here is how we do it. So I'm going to take you through some of the things we focus on. As I mentioned earlier on the first slide, if you recall, I mentioned these. These are the things that we believe are the recipe for successful programs. So I'm going to take you through them and show you an example. For a small class size, what does it mean? It means interaction with faculty. It means students sitting in the classroom, 18, 15, 20 students, they can ask the faculty who is expert in the area, and they interact with the faculty. Let me show you an example. What does that mean? Class size, I'm going to search current classes right now. We have, let's assume you are an architecture student. So fall 20 and architecture. Here it is. As you see here, 12, 13, 13, 12. These are history of architecture. The rest are somewhere 14, 10. These are sophomore and juniors. If you are taking math as an engineering, cannot go more than 24. You see the maximum number is 24. And you see the number of enrollment. I'm going to go to calculus 1. This is calculus 1. 23, 18, 19, 16, 14, and 11. So these are the typical classes for us. Engineering sciences. If you are an engineering student, you have to take engineering science classes. And you could see here, those are the one, programming and freshman classes here. Notice the Class size 21. That's online, remote. Because of COVID-19, we have classes remote, so we can put more than 20. But notice 18, 18, 9, 18. This class is remote. Students went to 25, but they could have gone to the 9. This is our class size. You will not be sitting in a large lecture hall where nobody knows you. Somebody will know you, faculty will know that you are there, and they will connect with you. So class size, it's for interaction. Strong student support. When a student is in trouble, we all need help at one point. That's the advantage. These are some of the advantage of our programs. Somebody will jump in. We have the Center for Student Success, where the professionals help the students on issues, whatever issues. They are available to help them. You are assigned an advisor who is a professional who will work with you. And what happened to my faculty advisor? The chair of the department you are in is your second advisor. By the end of the freshman year, normally you will get a faculty, not normally, you will get a faculty in your major to be your advisor. A professor in mechanical engineering will be your advisor, and you will work with them. Also in the college, we have professional staff that can help the students in issues. I want to have a degree audit. I want to know where I stand. I want to transfer a course. There are staff who would work, we call them professional staff, who are at a higher level, and they are specialized in curriculum, and they know everything about the curriculum students are in. There are opportunities. You need a tutoring. The Students Center for Student Success will hook you up with the tutoring. I met with all the first year students last week, and they want tutoring in 2 courses. We create tutoring sessions for them. They can join and get some tutor online or in person in our lab downstairs. So we are connected with students, and we solve their issues. This is important. This is really important, because being there, having somebody to answer your question in a day is very important. You don't want to make an appointment and an advisor and wait a month. Things will change then. Facilities. We have labs. We have spaces where students can work. I thought I will show you some of the pictures of our labs. Here are, let me take you through some pictures. Students working in our labs. I don't know what they are doing in this lab. It looks like they are doing some measurement or cutting things. Students working in the lab. We meet with students. We recognize students at all levels. We recognize students when they do well. We recognize them because they are a certain class. We meet individually with students who are not doing well. So this is one of the events for students clubs, or students who really did very well. We want to hear about a recipe for their success. And I'll go down and show more pictures. This is, for example, from architecture. You see individual faculty working with students, students working in their lab, collaborating on building a model. They go to the lab, use the wood shop or laser cutter or 3D printers that are available under architecture. A faculty working with students on a software, students presenting to the jury about their projects. You can see these are students working. This is the studio, faculty working with students. And I'm gonna go one more before, I don't wanna take a lot of time because Evan will tell me you are late. Editing music. This is a music lab. This is the audio part of the audio lab. And this is a wind tunnel. Students design a wing for an airplane, and they are testing it, collecting data. Acoustics lab, biomed lab, maybe electronics. This is a bridge testing, material testing lab. The same biomed lab testing a design for twisting and pulling. Robotics lab, audio again, electronics, acoustics. It looks like electronics, robotics, fluid lab. This is Professor Pines, who is the Associate Dean. And this is again the robotics lab. So you see we have labs. What does that mean? Everybody has labs. The difference is our labs are for undergraduate students. We are an undergraduate focused university on teaching. That's our job number one. And the labs are for the undergraduate. There is no lab that we have that's associated for graduate students or marked for graduate students. All our labs are for undergraduate students. So you come in and you go to class and you work hard and you get the support. What else? I want to be engaged. I want to be involved. That's where we have clubs. Clubs are very important for students. You could see some of those. Here are some of the clubs for the college. There are clubs, university-wide clubs. There are clubs in the other colleges you can join, but those are for CETA, for our college. The Construction Institute Club, the National Society for Black Engineers, the audio, the acoustics, the Formula race car. They build a car every year at a company which is about 10 minutes from here, and they have professionals working with them. After they build the race car, they put it in a trailer and they drive to Detroit and they do the competition there. Clubs are very important. We mentor them. We want to make sure they are active because students want to have the opportunity to say, I was a member of this club. I was the president of this club. I was somebody in this club. So we make sure they are active and they are working in the club. Working with faculty is very important. You see, this is the same picture. This is a club. This is a lab. This is our concrete lab, which is going to the new building. See, it's a small right now. We want to get a new building. This is a machine to test bridge type objects. It's about $400,000. It's a new machine and students are learning how to use it. This is for undergraduate, not for research. Faculty can use it for research, but we bought it for undergraduate. This is the robotics lab. The faculty here who is really expert on robotics, working with students to program those robots through their cell phones, how to play soccer against each other. Really, those tiny robots, when you go in, they will greet you and do all jumping around, but then they play soccer against each other. This is important for us because that's how students progress. So I'm gonna go to here. What's the last thing we wanna have? We wanna have career-ready opportunity. What does that mean? Means we are connected with industry. And here is a sample of the company we work with. General Dynamics, that's electric boat. They make the submarine. Pratt & Whitney, which is part of Raytheon right now, which is about 7 minutes from here. DOT, Connecticut DOT. NASA, we have NASA Center in Connecticut. It's under the University of Hartford, where it supports students, scholarship, research, travel. There are lots of opportunity about under NASA. Command Aerospace, which is here about really 5 minutes from us. Architecture companies, and Cerami Associates, which is acoustics, Metronics, biomedical, JCJ Architects, Whiting Turner, who are the contractor for building our new building. There are many companies. I spent about 50% of my job working with company, visiting with them, making sure we are connected so our students will have the opportunities to do internship with them, and eventually we hope to get a job with them. So that's really very important for us. Then we think about all those things we want students to grow. We don't want them the same when they come in. They grow in the technical area. They grow socially with students. They get connected with the companies. The students grow, but we want them to speak. We want them to be able to express their views, express their work, talk to others. So that's where the Design Expo comes in. The Design Expo is a platform. We go to the sports center and students work on a project for the whole semester, freshmen, first year students right now. By the end of the semester, they will do it, but they're going to do it online for this semester because of COVID-19. But typically, end of the semester, they make a poster, 2x4, they dress up, we give them an easel, they put it there, and they go there and stand next to their poster. We invite professionals from the surrounding industry to come in and talk with them. It's not a test. It's like, tell me, what did you do? What were the difficulties? What would you have done differently? Why did you do that? What's the uniqueness? Does it work? I think when students start talking about it, they feel better. Oh yeah, I know how to do this. We repeat the same thing for all sophomore. They are required. It's not option. Everybody has to do it. In the junior year, they work with their professors in their labs and studios. When they go seniors, they come again and they have to do it for their senior project. They work with industry, and imagine you are a senior, you are applying for a job. You want people to know what you are doing. While you are doing that, there will be somebody coming and talking to you. There are lots of companies who come in, and we hope a connection is established during that time. And some students receive job offer during that period. So as you notice, what we talked about, I have to move on before Evan tell me that I'm late. We really focus on the individual. We focus on connecting with the faculty through the class size. We support students. We have the facilities for them to work and gain technical skills. If you know how things work, if you know how to connect them, if you know how to move it, you are a better engineer. We connect them with other clubs and faculty opportunities for research, and they work on it. And we connect them with companies for internship and for jobs. That's under the umbrella of a comprehensive university. We have about 95 programs at the university. So if you want a double major or double degrees between, I don't know, electrical and math, or computer and computer science, mechanical and business, we have students, we have programs, 5-year program, civil engineering and architecture. So there are lots of opportunities. Or you just want to get a minor in dancing or performance or business or marketing, there are opportunities there. Under an umbrella of a university that's committed to diversity and inclusion, we make sure if you are here, you are part of the family. You are part of the CETA family. You will be treated like everybody else, and you will be included. You will not be pushed around because whatever reason. That's really the commitment of the administration. That's my commitment. That's the faculty commitment and the staff. So this is who we are. This is what we do as a college, as part of the university. And I showed you like our benchmark for success. And we believe as a college, not just me, the faculty, the 50 plus full-time faculty, and the part-time faculty. I want to mention this part-time faculty. Our classes are taught by full-time faculty or engineers from industry. We do not just invite people come and teach. Engineers from industry are very helpful to our program. If we have a course in turbo machinery and we invite an engineer from Pratt & Whitney who's designing turbo machinery related items to teach the class, we guarantee the connection between our students and the industry. So this is really important when you are visiting colleges. Ask about class size. Ask who is teaching the class. Are there help for them? That's really, really, really important. Students in the senior year, they can do a lot of things on their own. But freshmen, sophomore, and juniors, they need, I don't want to say spoon feeding, but they need help, and that's what we do. We make sure we help them till we are sure they are ready, and we say go, and they have been successful. So I'm gonna stop here. This is our building that's being built. It will be ready August 21, less than a year from now. If you look through here, these are our labs where you see the glass, you can see through. I believe this is the turbo machinery, this is the makerspace, and this is the robotics, and behind it is way there is the, I was pointing another screen. This is the turbo machinery. This is the makerspace, robotics, high bay, and this is also the high bay. If you see the other side, this is the health profession. They are all sealed because of privacy. You have patient being tested, and on our side, we want to make it open. We want to invite everybody. I'm here. I'm going to stay. I'm going to ask Evan to jump in, and I will be happy to answer any of your questions. I hope this has been informative to you to look at our college and give it a chance. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dean Almajar. That was great. And you were right on time. That was the 30 minutes exact. So perfect. Really good. So at this point, Hisham, if you could just go to the next slide. So I just want to remind everybody, there are breakout sessions that will get into more specifics about the programs. You'll see that Dean Almajar did talk about some programs, but he didn't really get into specifics about, what is civil engineering, what is biomedical engineering. We're saving all of that for these breakout sessions, which will be next week. So that'd be Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So all the engineering programs will be on Monday. The engineering technology programs will be on Wednesday, and then architecture will be on Thursday. All of those sessions will be at 7 o'clock Eastern time. And so with that, we hope to see you all there for that. I'm going to introduce now the 4 students we have today to just help answer some questions and just kind of have a conversation with. We have Yasmin, who's a biomedical engineer, Joelle, who's an electrical engineer, Ella, an audio engineering technology student, and then Renee, who is an architectural design and technology student. If you guys could all turn on your cameras, and Yasmin, if you wouldn't mind starting us off, just tell us who you are, where you're from, and what you study.
Hi everyone, my name is Yasmin Albert. I'm actually from West Hartford. I'm a senior majoring biomedical engineering and minoring in mechanical engineering and math. Just a little about me, I'm the president of UHeart Engineers Without Borders, and I worked on 2 research since sophomore year.
Perfect, thank you, Yasmin. Joelle?
Hi, my name is Joel Laws. I am actually from East Hartford, and I am an electrical engineering major with a minor in biomedical and mathematics. And I also worked on 2 research projects.
Awesome, thank you. Ella, are you in the audio studio right now?
Yeah, I'm at the radio station right now.
Oh, okay, nice.
My name is Ella. I'm on campus right now. I'm an audio engineering technology major. I'm a senior, and I do a lot of club and like organizational work on campus. Right now I'm in the radio station, which is all student run, which is a great opportunity for any prospective students. And I'm also involved with a on-campus record label as well.
Awesome, thank you. And Renee?
Hi, so I'm Renee. I'm from upstate New York, specifically Saratoga area. My major is architectural design and technology with a minor in illustration. I'm involved in a ton of things. I am president and co-founder of WAD, Women in Architecture and Design. I'm also part of the Architectural Institute, or American Institute of Architectural Students, the National Organization of Minority Architectural Students, and then I'm also part of Professional Women in Construction.
Thank you, that's great. So as you can see, we got 4 students here that really kind of represent a wide cross-section of the university and CETA, and represent a pretty good amount of majors. So there's a Q&A function here at the bottom. You can ask questions in there. We'd be happy to answer them. I know I've gotten one privately messaged to me already, but if you guys have any additional questions, feel free to message me there. Dean Almajar, the first question is actually for you. It spurs off of the question from the building. How much time is a first-year student going to spend in that new building?
Well, the makerspace was designed and we pushed for it because most of the freshman classes, first-year students, build their robot, build their work, do the 3D skills and laser cutting is in the makerspace. So yes, they will be, you will be spending a few hours a week in the makerspace. plus the makerspace, the way we designed it and the area around it, there will be a place for you to sit down, meet others. It's not like you go in when you have to work. You just can go in and sit down and study and do something. It's tables, benches, if you will. So you will be spending a few hours a week in the makerspace, in the engineering program and the engineering technology, because they have something for architecture students. They will spend less time, but we are hoping that they will go in and use the 3D printers and the machine shop too, because we have in the architecture department, we have those facilities over there, and students tend to want to use them next to their studio. They don't want to go across the street to the other building.
Perfect, thank you. So I had a second question. Wow, second question message to me. You guys can use the Q&A. I don't feel like you have to privately message it to me. So the second question was internships, just generally, like, when are students getting involved in internships? What is the general scope of what they do? So Joelle or Yasmin, I know both of you are seniors. Yasmin, I think you've only done research. Joelle, have you done any internships?
I have actually. Summer my sophomore year, I got an internship at Barnes Aerospace, and I got that internship through a friend who was actually on the powerlifting team. I forgot to mention that I'm vice president of the powerlifting team. But he ended up giving my resume to the hiring manager at Barnes Aerospace, and they contacted me. And at that internship, it was all hands-on. I was doing the same things that the engineers were doing. And it was a huge learning experience for me.
Renee or Ella, have either of you had an internship or can talk about an experience that's related?
I have not personally had an internship, but I do have a lot of friends who have internships. But typically for architecture, you're not really going to get an internship until the summer after your junior year. Like, there are some situations where you can get one year after your sophomore year, but they really want you to have some more experience in the in knowing what you're doing before you go in. However, I know our school, most of our faculty are either practicing or they know someone who is practicing, so it's really easy to get connected in that respect. We also have a mentee program through Professional Women in Construction, and that's a great way to get connected too for internships. So usually you'll go into their mentee program, and then by the time summer comes, they're begging you to be part of their company for an internship, for architecture anyways. So
Great. Ella, would you be able to expand at all?
Yeah, I can expand on that. I personally haven't had an internship, but in the audio program, and I would say this goes for all of CETA. The professors are very good at knowing a lot of people in the industry and knowing places where you can apply, and they'll go out of their way to make lists of places that are hiring for interns, and put in recommendations for you, write letters of recommendation and things like that. So I would say that they really do make an effort for you to get that edge in the industry. And even if you don't do an internship, for example, the audio program doesn't require one at all. There's a lot of other ways that you can get experience just simply being on campus, and in a lot of cases you can get paid for it too. You can do a work-study job and work as a lab monitor and be making money the whole time that you're doing it, or work and run an on-campus organization, and you'll get so much valuable experience out of it that it essentially will be an internship for you, depending on what you make of it. So.
Thank you. That was a very detailed answer. That was great. So while I wait for some additional questions to hopefully come in,
may I just about internship, about 67% of our students, we asked them, have declared that they have had at least one internship by the time they graduated. Some students had more. Some students don't tell us. They just go in summer, find one and work, and they really do not report that to us. We're trying to find a mechanism where people report. And I think somebody said, Ella said, it's not required. It's not required because really we don't see it as an essential items giving required senior project work sponsored, mostly working with industry, and 60 something or 70% of at least of our students have been getting one. We didn't require it because it might hinder their graduation.
Thank you, Dean Oliver. That was actually like the five of you really tied that all together really nicely. That was good. I figured the one thing that the four students on the call all have in common is that they are very involved in clubs and organizations on campus. So I was hoping, Yasmin, because you have the most internationally focused club and organization, would you be able to talk a little bit about what you've done with Engineers Without Borders?
Yes, so I got involved with Engineers Without Borders my freshman year. I actually went to India the winter break of 2018. We worked on a couple of projects there. We installed and examined uninterruptible power systems and installed some water filtrations in underprivileged schools. We are currently actually working in Kenya and Tanzania, and our Tanzania project, we're collaborating with the Hartford Professional Chapter. And a lot of the professionals there actually work at Pratt & Whitney, United Technologies, and a lot of the local companies. So it's a great opportunity to get experience in projects and network with those professionals as well.
Thank you. That was a very succinct 1 minute answer about international stuff. That was really good. I could not have done that, so well done. Joelle, can you talk a little bit about what you're involved in?
Yeah, I can actually speak about my research and how that is tied to BMES, which is a society on campus, Biomedical Engineering Society. So my sophomore year, I worked with Dr. Saki. He is a professor at the college, and we worked on a vibrotactile device. And we actually ended up submitting that to the national conference, and I was able to present there. So that was pretty cool.
Thank you, Joelle. Thank you. Ella, you have a unique role in that you're highly involved in two things that kind of go hand in hand and are also very separate, but you run and manage both. So I think you have a very unique perspective on like clubs and organizations on campus.
Yeah, I would say that personally, like clubs are probably my favorite part about being on campus, besides studying. I got involved with the on-campus radio station freshman year and kind of like worked up from there. So now I'm running that this year. And it's one of like a lot of on-campus organizations that are entirely student run, which I think is pretty unique. It really gives you the opportunity to like work in the real world that's like contained. So you get to, for example, like be a president or a general manager of something, and you're working with all of like these people who are answering to you, and you're getting paid, and you're working on these projects and events, and you're doing it all by yourself. There's no one there like kind of being the boss for you. So I think these organizations that we have on campus are a really good way to once again like get that training for the real world without having a like standard internship. I'm also involved with the on-campus record label, Red Tail Records. I stepped down from eBoard I think about a year ago, but I was involved with that a little bit, and it's another like fully student-run organization, and it's yeah, there's a lot of opportunities like that on campus. So
Perfect, thank you. And Renee, I wanted to finish with you because you actually have started a club on campus, and I think that's kind of a cool process. So I want you to talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, so I started with a few of my other friends. We started a Women in Architecture and Design. It kind of stemmed out of the idea that there was really nothing for women to like get connected in our I don't know, like in our place in architecture on campus. So we wanted to be like that meeting point where like people could come to us or like we could get other people connected. And that's what we do. So we have a partnership with Professional Women in Construction for menteeship. So we get you connected with a mentor in the field, and then you meet with your mentor once every other week or however often you want to meet with them, you're able to meet with them as long as they're available for it. We also provide programming and educational opportunities on campus. So we hold a seminar series with AIAS and NOMAS, and then, yeah, we try to get everyone involved.
Thank you.
You.
You know, I don't think anyone's got too many questions. It's okay. I know it's 4:45 on a Saturday. I know people are probably hungry. I know I'm hungry. I just wanted to wrap up. I just want to go through the four of you really quick because we got 3 seniors on the call and a junior. So for the seniors on the call, starting with you, Yasmin, you know, when you look back, you know, you're going to graduate in May. When you're looking backwards, what's the thing that you enjoyed the most when you think about the University of Hartford?
Going to UT and just seeing everybody in the student lounge and like talking with everyone, I kind of love that. And now like with COVID, it's like that's the most thing I miss. So yeah, that's one thing.
Yeah, the student interaction is really fun. And believe me, I also miss all the students in the UT lounge. When it's safe again, hopefully it will come back for sure. There will be food, it will come back. Joelle, what are you most looking forward to as you graduate, and what's the thing that you were most excited about in CETA?
Looking forward to the most after I graduate is starting working in the real world. Like I'm ready. I'm entirely ready. What I'm gonna miss the most is the mutual struggle that we all have. Meeting deadlines, staying up late, working on projects. Yeah, I'm gonna really miss that sometimes.
Yeah. No, I mean, but when I graduated, I had a similar feeling. Ella, what's the thing you're looking forward to the most and the thing that you miss the most as you graduate?
I tend to agree with Joelle. I think I'm looking forward to finally getting out there, and I feel like I have the skills to do it now. So I'm feeling confident and ready. And I would say, but the second question is like what I would miss the most.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it would be the student interactions. The people that I've met here feel like a family, and yeah, I would have never been able to meet as many like diverse people in my life without coming to this school. So I would miss that, and relationships with professors too. They feel like they really like care about you and have your back. So I'm gonna miss that.
So Renee, I know you're going to be back again. We're going to be back at it again next year. So you're not gone yet, but Renee, so far, you know, you're 2 years in and change. What's the thing that you've enjoyed the most, and what are you looking forward to the most?
Something that I've enjoyed the most would probably be like the CETA culture. Like Ella and Joelle and Yasmin have all said, like we're all kind of a huge family here, and we're all here to support each other. And I think that's something that's really important when you come like into an academic or when you come into academia. And something that I'm looking forward to is finally being able to like design what I want or however I want to do it.
Yeah, I know you get some more freedom in architecture as you get into junior and senior year. So yeah.
Can I actually mention something about professors that Ella touched upon? It's kind of crazy thinking about it, but like your freshman and sophomore year coming into UHart and CETA, it's more of like your professors are your professors. But as you like go through the years with them, your senior year, it kind of becomes like your professor or your friends and like your mentors into the real world. So that connection is really cool.
Thank you. That's great. And Dean Ollinger, I just wanted you to finish us off. I mean, now with the new building, you've spent more time on that building than anyone at the university. What's the thing you're looking forward to the most with the new building, and what are you excited about moving forward?
I think, you know, we are building a new building, adding space for students. We are not adding it just to have another one. We don't spend $60 million on a new building just to have a new building. So I think for me, again, being a faculty, started as a faculty from here and taught, and I still teach, seeing students working in those labs is very important. That's where the excitement. I'm looking forward to the new high bay, new cybersecurity, even the turbo machinery, having the 3 wind tunnels in one place. We have them in different places right now. I think that I'm looking for seeing students using those spaces and keep them busy. I just want to mention something about, you might ask, you might wonder about with the COVID-19, where we stand. 70% of our students are face-to-face. 70%. Now, some students like, well, I want to hear, I want to be there. So you could say it's 60 to 70%. So that's a great number. We did it because our small class size. If we have 250 students in a classroom, they all would be online. But right now we have classes with the professor in the classroom and interacting. So that's really important, because when I go around now and I see an empty classroom, it's like, oh gosh, it's empty. Where are the students? Because that 30% online, and I feel like we want them back. We want every back to have that really culture of interaction and working together and get to know each other, because those friends you make in college, they would be one day they will be your friends forever. This is the way you establish relationships.
Thank you, Dean Olinger. Yeah, I cannot agree with everything that you've said, and all the students have said more. I think, the progression that CETA has had, especially in just the last few years, has been pretty remarkable. And as sad as I am to see the seniors graduate, especially this class, which is going to be a great class and one of my favorites, the future is looking really great, and I'm really excited for the new building. I can't wait to walk around the new building and show it to people. So it should be amazing. So I want to thank everybody here. So this was just a great opportunity, I hope, for all of you guys to just really see, what this university and what this college is like. I know it's been a long day. You've been on the call for a long time. So we really appreciate you sticking around and seeing what we're about. And I want to encourage you to attend the breakout sessions next week, the engineering, technology, and architecture sessions. And I also want to encourage you to apply. And we really hope to see your applications. And we're really looking forward to reading them. I might even read them myself. So I can't wait. And I want to thank everybody. Thank you. And thank you, Dean Olninger, for a great job today.
Thank you all for being here. We really appreciate it. Have a nice day. Enjoy the rest of the weekend. Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Really nice job.
Thank you for being here on a weekend. So Ella, you are working right now. You are at work. You are in the
Yeah, I have an event, like the Fall Food Truck Festival after this. We're playing music for it, so I'm gonna run out after. But yeah, it's awesome.
We're trying to have an event for the student where I'm trying to convince 2 faculty who play instrument to come and play and have him play on Zoom live. Maybe we should work with you to
yeah, we can send
doing that, make
contacts.
sure that it's fine. Okay, good.
I want to say, I don't know if you saw the chat box, Dean Olninger, but in terms of if you take away the low attendance, which is unfortunate, I think it's because it's an afternoon and it's 4:30. But if you take away the low attendance, the actual delivery of this was perfect. It was really good. I really liked what everyone had to say. Your presentation was on point. What everybody said was on point. This was excellent. There's going to be a recording of this that's going to be posted. They're going to have to cut out the end of this as they talk about how great it is. I think this will go far. This was really, really good. So
again, I always look at it, as I said earlier, if you are a family and dealing with your kids going to college, if you are a kid going to college, we still call them kids, what should you look for? those are, I'm sure you've been through it when you were, a high school kid. Like, where do I want to go? How do I want to do that? I have a kid at a large university. To get to see the advisor, it's an appointment and you have to wait a few weeks to get an appointment, which I feel it's ridiculous, to have a student go with few weeks to see an advisor for a signature or for a question. And if you want to change major, if you want to add a minor, if you want to drop a course, that's another nightmare. And I'm just like, my gosh, we don't do it this way. We do it totally different. I think that's really who we are, and that's how we do things. Being small has its advantage. There are people like, I want to be in the middle of a sea. That's fine. But being here, your faculty, you know who they are, you can reach out. And I tell you, my kid, I think, knows one or two professors. That's what they do. I mean, that's, they don't know the rest of the faculty in the department. They don't know the rest of the students in the department, and they are on their own. So again, go and enjoy the rest of the weekend. I know I have to write 4 letters by Monday morning, so I'm gonna go and relax a little bit, eat, and start working on those letters. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Take care.
Thank you very much. Have a great week.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.